In this video, we'll cover the various types of inflation. But before we do that, welcome back to Kano Academy. Today we'll be covering the subject of economics by discussing inflation. So, let's get started. There are different types of inflation, which are consumer inflation, producer inflation, and all-inclusive inflation, and hyperinflation. Let's briefly discuss each of these types, starting with consumer inflation. This is also known as CPI, which measures the rate of change in prices of goods and services that are typically purchased by consumers. This includes things like food, clothing, transportation, and housing. Producer inflation is another type of inflation. This is also known as PPI. This measures the rate of change in prices of goods and services that are typically purchased by businesses. This includes things like raw materials, intermediate goods, and energy. Another type of inflation is known as an all-inclusive inflation. All-inclusive inflation measures the rate of change in prices of all goods and services for both consumer and producer. This is a broader measure of inflation than CPI or PPI. The last type of inflation we will look at is hyperinflation. Hyperinflation is a very high rate of inflation, typically defined as an annual inflation rate of 50% or more. Hyperinflation can be very disruptive to an economy, as it can lead to a loss of faith in the currency and a collapse of the economy. Just to recap, inflation refers to a sustained and significant increase in the general price level over a period of time. This means that, on average, the prices of goods and services are rising, while the purchasing power of a unit of currency is decreasing. There are also different types of inflation. In this video, we looked at the following 4 types, which are consumer inflation, producer inflation, all-inclusive inflation, as well as hyperinflation. To understand more on this topic, please take time to rewatch this video. Also make sure you like this video, and take time to share and subscribe for more. Until we meet again, happy learning. From all of us at Kano Academy.
Stay creative. Stay curious. Stay connected with Kano Academy.